We should have the lovely James Gordon on the phone right now. Jay, are you there?
Hello, George. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. James. James is not only a friend of mine; he's also the chief ringleader and master of the Rebel Bingo Society. Isn't that correct?
That's right, George. I belong to a secret organisation called the Underground Rebel Bingo Club.
Wow! How long's this organisation been going?
It's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years, George, but only recently have I been given the mantle to carry it on, and that's been in the last sort of 6 months or so.
Amazing. It's like
sounds like Westwood.
Yeah.
Really, I was trying to work it out.
Is this actually Westwood in disguise?
It's all the big guys, that's right. I'm Tim Westwood, and I run the Underground Rebel Bingo Club. That's not true, George.
Now, James, I know you like to be as secretive as you can about this. However, I was fortunate enough to come to an evening which was in a kind of church hall one night, and I didn't know too much about it. And I got there, and they were like, "There's lovely people and a bar and some cabaret kind of things, and then we're going to play bingo." And I thought, hang on, that doesn't really sound like a good Saturday night to me. I'm not really interested in that. I think bingo, kind of old ladies who smell of kind of cats and marmalade sandwiches, and I just think to myself, I don't need a piece of that. However, it was a very, very different night, James, wasn't it?
That's right, George. It's an underground club. We don't advertise it. We don't tell anyone about it. But every weekend, hundreds of young people get together with the intent of playing dirty, secret, hardcore bingo. And there's a lot of music, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of dancing, and there's a lot of drawing on each other with bingo pens.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Everyone else is just smiling in the studio. The thought of drawing on each other. What? How many people are coming down at the moment?
Well, George, you may never have heard of us, but our numbers are enormous. They're so vast, in fact, that tomorrow we are holding the very first ever World Championships for Rebel Bingo.
Get out of World Championships, you say?
Hundreds and hundreds of people are going to a secret location in East London, to a warehouse, where we'll be playing for the Rebel Bingo World Championships. What kind of important prize. What
kind of prizes can I win?
Good grief, George! We get amazing prizes from a website called I Want One of Those.
Right.
We just go on it and we pick off the best prizes we can get. And because it's the World Championships, tomorrow we're giving away all our normal ridiculous things like light up umbrellas. But tomorrow we're going to give away an electric motorbike.
No way! Whoa. What, one of those little ones that you see the kids on the street?
Not even a little one. We've got it in our headquarters now. It's a massive motorbike. I was quite surprised when it turned up, but you plug it into the wall. It's all eco-friendly, and it's a proper motorbike.
Do you need a
license
for it? Do you need a license for it?
You do need a license. It's roadworthy.
Right,
none of these prizes pale into insignificance compared to the honour of being the first ever Rebel Bingo World Champion.
Wow. Okay. Well, the prowess and the accolade that's going to follow this person around for the rest of their life. Were you a conventional bingo player before you get into the kind of rebellious side of it all?
Bingo was part of my childhood, George. Me and my friend Freddie, who we set this up with, we used to go to Cromer on holiday when we were kids.
Yeah.
When Freddie was 6 years old, he was already so advanced at bingo, he won a set of towels and a 6-pack of beer.
Amazing.
That's nice.
How old was he?
He's like a child prodigy of bingo.
Yeah. Okay, so it was inevitable then, really, that this would happen.
Inevitable. It's sort of written in the stars, really. It's what we wanted to do with our lives, and this is where we are now, holding the first ever World Championship.
I'm absolutely I'm overawed with excitement. I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, sir. I genuinely cannot recommend their night enough. Joking aside, it's winning all kinds of awards. It is the hot pick every week in all the kind of magazines and all the rest of it. I know you're turning away hundreds of people literally on a weekly basis. So I wish you the best of luck with it, Jamesy. If people want to know more about Rebel Bingo, how do they find out?
They can't find out. They have to hear from a friend, George.
Right, really? There's not a website or anything like that?
If you search for the Underground Rebel Bingo Club on Google, you might find one or two mentions of it, yes.
Right, okay. I don't know if there's a way in for you guys, but genuinely, if you've not got anything planned, you could do a lot worse. Jamesy, thank you so much. Give him a big round of applause.
Thanks, George Lamb. Love you very much. Goodbye.
Bingo.